This setup is built around great spears, has strong damage and survivability, and can reach over 1000 AR with active stacks. So for my relics, I'll be utilizing a glass necklace for the successive and ult buff, along with great spear oriented relics and a chain finisher relic. Okay, so there's no map information, and the first thing I want to do is try to get Night Invaders and then head to castle. I'm also going to be looking for a seal that I can buff with. Now that we've got one pair of Night Invaders, I want to try to clear the basement at the castle. Okay, so we got a nice drop from the Wilder here. We got damage negation at full, and we got Flame Grant Me Strength on his tail. So now I don't have to worry about looking for it later. Just gonna clear out a few enemies here. And then potentially move on to the top. So I'm gonna buff with the incant first because the damage buff lasts for a whole minute and will still be active while building up the other buffs. And the damage boost that you get from the successive and the incantation will also apply to her ult. So even the damage from ulting the first time, if somebody uses their ult and you get a free ult, you'll do increased damage during that. So we're heading to the zone now, just killing whatever's on our way. Just be careful not to overcommit to the chain attack finisher, especially if the enemy is backing up, so that way you're not left open to where you can take damage. Now that I've got 2 Great Spears, this is where this build is really going to start coming to life. Instead of having to get the successive attack buff with 1 spear doing 3 hits, now I can just do 2 hits with both spears and get the buff from that. So it makes it easier to stack your successives over time. So even if you don't land the chain attack finisher, you're still getting the buff from the successive attacks because you're using 2 hits instead of 3. So you won't have to overcommit now to doing the final finisher unless you're trying to get that big chunk of damage, and you can still constantly build up your damage over time. Okay, first night's done. Now we're gonna circle around the top of the map, try to defeat any formidables or red field bosses, and then we'll finish off with the castle. So here, I'm just making a stop at the special shop and checking to see what they have, if there's anything I can use. I picked up an attack power at full, and I also bought the chain attack finishers from the shop. I'm gonna buff first, and then I'm gonna go in with auto dodge. There is an ult from Iron Eyes, so I have the buff from the ult, and now I'm just gonna build my successes. I might not get to land the chain attack finisher, but I'll still get the buff from all of these successive attacks, so I'm really gonna benefit from that. And now I've got my 3rd Great Spear, so I have a 20% attack boost. Now all that's left during this run is to build it up and remain consistent. Now let's go ahead and finish top castle. And then we'll clear out the rest. Even though this is a 26% chain attack finisher, I chose to leave it because it'll only buff my last hit. Having my 3 spears in my inventory increases my attack power by 20%, but it applies to all of my damage, so it's going to be more reliable throughout the run. Adele is going to be a little bit of a challenge when it comes to this build. He likes to move around a lot, so it's going to be difficult to actually pin him down and get those chain attack finishers off on him. But let's see how this goes. Okay, that's gonna be it for my chain attack finishers build on Undertaker. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, be sure to comment down below. And I have a few more builds that'll be coming in the future. As always, have a good day, or have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.